recent changes. A lot of SXC talks have been held with spot Bitcoin ETF issuers. Guys, the SEC source 99 approval and all the cross T's on all grayscale applications. They did everything they could to be the first to convert based on the court decision. The SEC spot Bitcoin approval window now runs from January 5th to January 10th, 2024. But all of a sudden, Chad Stingraber shows up. I promise that they are on their way. This is the XRP Liquid Index Fund by Charles Schwab. It looks like it came from the Charles Schwab website and is called Liquid Index Fund Ripple XRP. That looks like a nice fund, but I don't know what it is. It looks like Stuart Alderati thinks that a movie will be made about, I guess, Ripple XRP, the crypto Heathgate. I hope they show this pop picture, he says. I'm sorry. This is where the general counsel's office is when the movie ends. Also, this is a good sign. General attorney for the top lawyer at Grayscale. The top lawyer for Coinbase was then shown to the right of Stuart Alderati. If Stuart Alderati is talking to Black about something, I have to ask. Hey, do you remember that XRP trust you had? Why do you want those apples? After that, Bill Morgan says something very interesting. I think he works as a lawyer. Ripple will agree to pay a fine of $140 million to $160 million if the CC versus Ripple case is settled in the next few days. I think that amount is enough. It wouldn't surprise me if Ripple said no and told them, we're not going to give you that much money, but who knows? I am not sure. They might want to check out this Ripple partner. As a Ripple partner, this person doesn't get any attention. So, make it a multi-chain solution and launch it on the Ripple network soon after. It will then deal with a lot of other networks, such as the Ethereum network on the Ethereum network. Things are going wrong with what are called gas prices. It does have smart contracts, which are a good thing, and they are definitely part of the Ethereum network. Smart contracts are being added to both Stellar and Ripple's networks. That's where we'll see them. But by making it multi-chain, you're just meeting the needs or wants of the world payments community in the future. Okay. Here's one more cool video. This is from the UBRI thing, which I think Stuart Otter made. Other systems, like Street, are very hard to understand and cost a lot of money. I'm not going to talk about that picture. I just want to stress how complicated the process is. That being said, the first point is that blockchains like Ripple and XRP are changing and upsetting the market very well. My theory is that the backbone, the main conduit for transfers, has already been changed. We know what the rewards are. In addition to money and safety, we get speedy help and low costs. You can also see that the biggest institutional players are already working here, building projects and making a lot of things. But there is still a problem in what I call the last mile of transfer, which is when the user has to accept the money sent by family members living abroad. Why does this happen? That's what I do. There are some problems that need to be fixed. For example, accessibility and financial equality are both important. What does this mean, and how does it match up with DeFi? Stablecoins will be the way to get into the community. DeFi will give these people opportunities in the national economy. Of course, being able to trade those IS makes sense. There are cases of Korean banks working with Bitcoin startups in the country to settle deals. The IMF and the World Bank talk about blockchain settlement methods all the time. Nasdaq is also testing things out with Ripple. The Nasdaq Ripple is being tested. This is just a friendly warning, since a lot of people don't know this. In 1907, JP Morgan and other Wall Street managers saved the banks. The stock market is going crazy. Things are about to go bad for New York, Orchestra City. When Congress passed the Federal Reserve Act in 1913, it gave the government control over future money problems and crises. To put it another way, I think this is what they learned from the fear, and it's also what you saw during the financial crisis. They can get things done even when they're scared. As I said 3 or 5 years ago, Rahm Emanuel famously said, "Never let a good crisis go to waste. Because then you can do things you meant to do before." Well, I think our government has become more like the ones in the past. They never let a situation they created go to waste so they can do what they wanted to do in the first place. I think that's where we are in the world and in this country. I think that's what all the big fuss about digital assets and rules is really about. You've seen this Jim Rickards movie a million times, but I'll show you the beginning of it again. I had dinner with a friend in New York City not long ago. In Midtown, we met at a place called Oriole. BlackRock's top advisor sat next to me at dinner that night. You may already know that BlackRock is the biggest asset organizer in the world right now. It is in charge of $5 trillion in assets directly and another $11 trillion through its Aladdin platform. That means that one company has more money than China, Russia, and Japan put together. Anyway, my dinner partner is the CEO of BlackRock. She said something while we were drinking white wine in the evening. If I remember right, she said something like, "They want to tell us we can't sell." What did she mean? What did she mean? I called a few people. First, my friends in Washington, D.C., and then a few people I know on Wall Street. I was quickly on a plane to go to a series of talks in London, Geneva, New York, and South America. The pattern started to become clear as I put the pieces together. It found a group of more than 189 people who work for the biggest banking companies in the world. Some of them hold important jobs at the Federal Reserve, the IMF, World Bank, and all 20 central banks in the 20. These powerful people all want the same thing, and they're on their way to making it happen. A one world order, one world taxes, and one world money are all parts of this concept. I'm going to take this one step further in the member group and show you a movie of how they're going to do it. They've been working on it for years. How I think they'll be able to do it. Several things have been shown in connection with this, but since I've been kicked off of X, I'm more careful about what I show and where I show it. It's shown on dsrp.com. How I think they'll do it is what we'll talk about. I'd like to show you a scary message that one of the presidential candidates got yesterday. It is very disturbing. I'll show you how to do this. Along with that, I think we are going through an awakening and finding out a lot of what we have been told. Our past is not real. I'll show you one from the member group. I am the person who invests in digital goods. That's not what I do for a living. Please note that this is only for fun. Sign up now. Press the like button. Tell your family and friends about XRP.com. I think I'll show them how they plan to move forward.